Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Sister Share 101 Share. I know it's kind of late. Hey! Gee whiz. I know it's a little bit late today. Just hold that thought for one freaking second. Hey, I want Sister Share. I'm back. Oh, they go calm down the situation over in there. So, anywho, welcome to another edition of the Share 101 Share. I know it's a little bit late. Got in a little bit late, out taking care of a little bit of business or whatever, if you want to call it that. But I decided to come on and kind of discuss relationships a little bit further. And is there any respect and loyalty in relationships these days? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure all this thing out as I go. But I hope everybody's doing good out there. Hope everybody is well. Still taking your precautions. Thank you all for supporting Sister Share 101 Share. And the reason why I want to talk a little bit about relationships is because I recently saw a video and it was kind of disturbing. And I've been thinking about the relationship dynamics these days. Of course, millennials and people my age kind of do things differently when it comes to dating, and then sometimes we don't. Sometimes people my age um, think they're still like 25. So I don't know. I'm kind of wondering what has happened to relationships. You have women doing what the men used to do, or some that still do. If you want to say players, then you want to just call them players or whatever. So now they're getting it into the knack of pretty much, nigga, I don't need you. I can go get this one, that one, doing what? Because you got something swinging between your legs, or they can get that anywhere. And so I think women nowadays have taken on that attitude and they're kind of out for getting whatever they want to out of a man. They really don't have no feelings in there, almost a lack of respect. So, and that's on the men end too. So when you have two individuals thinking the same way, then what's the point of having a relationship? You know, and one thing that I have found out about some men, I'm not going to put them all in the same category, is that once a man gets kind of hurt or they're put in a position where they can't trust a woman because that one woman had did them like totally wrong, then it'll be hard for him to open up to any other woman after that. I mean, he's going to give that woman a hard time. She's going to have to prove herself constantly over and over again, and women too, and vice versa in that instance. So I'm going to show you all this video that kind of sparked this topic um, in me because once I saw it, I'm like, wow, okay. So like, where's the respect? Where's the loyalty? Where's the the appreciation? I mean, and we always talk about the man and how they're disrespectful and how they cheat. Well, yeah, men cheat. Yes, they do. I mean, that's it's almost like you kind of expect it to happen. And that's sad to say. That's really bad to say. But now women are taking on that same type of mindset. So I mean, back in the day, women was kind of slick with they stuff. They wanted to do something outside of the relationship or whatever, but now it's like, I don't even care anymore. It's like, I mean, really? So it kind of makes you wonder, like me, say, I'll put myself, as an example, everybody knows, I'm single. If you're not married, you're single. I don't care if you're in a relationship or if you're not married, basically you're single. Hey, what else you gonna say about that? So, um, right now, we're not at this particular point, but in a few coming months, I'm gonna want to be in a committed relationship with someone to see where it goes and hopefully it leads to marriage or whatever the case may be. So I'm afraid. I'm actually afraid to get back out there and try to have someone in my life like that because you never know what you're going to get these days. And you can't know an individual in 4 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. It takes a while for you to get to know someone because you don't know what they could be hiding. They'll put their best face forward in the beginning, but after time goes on, then you start seeing little cracks in that facade, and you'll be like, this person is really crazy. So it's like you really have to be careful nowadays because you really don't know what you're getting. You could be getting a bag of fucking Skittles, all the different damn rainbows and what you could be getting a bunch of some shit that you don't even. It's just, and just because I'm, older, more mature, that doesn't mean anything either because there are box of Fruit Loops out there too. That's my age, so it's and I know we're all a work in process. I said this before in my last live that we all are a work in progress. So we got things to improve about ourselves, but they shouldn't be to the point where you think this person needs a straight jacket. It shouldn't be like this. So I'm gonna show you all this video, and we're gonna talk about it. I hope you all can see it. See, I gotta learn how to. Okay, y'all can see it. Yeah. Okay. All right, ready? I'm trying to get a good angle so y'all can really. So I'm gonna show it again so I can kind of like tell you like what's really going on with this. So, okay, as you see, that's a young lady there. So apparently, apparently, this young lady went out with her boyfriend, to a restaurant to eat. And I guess is this a popular restaurant? I'm not sure who Salt Bae is. I don't know. I'm not up on that I'm just not in that arena where I just keep up with all the different people that's doing whatever. So whatever. I just supposed to be this famous person or whatever. And I guess they went to his restaurant to, get something to eat or whatever like that. And it's supposed to be a little high-end restaurant or whatever. So I guess they were getting ready to leave, whatever, and the boyfriend went out to get the car and bring the car around, for his lady or whatever like that. So before he came back, she decided that she wanted like twerk. Well, I guess Salt Bae that was back there videotaping her. So she twerking and she happened to get caught. I guess she didn't think he was gonna come back that quick. So he saw what she was doing, and of course he, really got upset about it or whatever the case may be. So my thing is with this, where is the respect? Where is the loyalty in relationships? How did she possibly think that that was okay to do after this man done went out and showed you a good time, done spent all this money on you, or whatever the case may be, and you like slap him in the face by turning your butt up in another man's face and he's recording you? And you think, and for somehow you think that that's okay to do. I mean, I don't understand it. Help me understand why women think that's okay. I'm not saying all women, but what what could have been going on in her mind to think that okay, I'm gonna do this right here, and it's gonna be all good. She knew she was doing something wrong because when he came back and saw her, she immediately like, oh my god. And of course, any man would get upset. Any man would get upset if they see that one. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is your problem? So things like that makes me like wonder what is really going on. Like what is the why? And then the comments behind it was pretty much like, he's a weak man. Um, some women say they really didn't see anything wrong with it, and I'm like, oh my god, what's really happening? I don't. And I'm all for having a good time, if it's done respectfully. But this twerking stuff, I mean, when I was coming up, we did some things, when we used to dance and whatever like that. So it's nothing new under the sun, you know. But I'm like, at some point, you got to like not want to do that, especially at a time like that. I mean, that was just very inappropriate. And it was very disrespectful for her to do that. That's my opinion. Now, some people may think, well, you know what, hey, she her own woman. She can do what she want to do. It's her body and whatever. And you know, he shouldn't have been okay with it. Now, the other side of that situation is that he got to the point where he really got angry. He kind of like charged at her. I'm sure he didn't hit her or anything like that, but because he was angry and he was upset, that's his first innate reaction is to be like, "What's wrong with you? You want to shake somebody? Like, are you serious?" So um, then he's being disrespected in a public way. Like, wow, I mean, ladies, that's rule number one. You never disrespect your man in public. If you really cherish that relationship, you wouldn't do that. Now, once you get off to the side and you all by yourself, then you let them have it, but in public, you keep it lady. You keep it lady. But that there, I, I'm just, I don't know. I don't know. That was when I was shown that I was like, wow, it has really come to. I, I was kind of speechless. Like, I just don't understand it. I just really don't understand it. Like, why was that necessary for her to do at that particular time? And the people in the restaurant was kind of like really, you know, cheering her on to do it. And I just, I don't. I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to process it in a way that I could be like, okay, I can see where she was coming from, but it's not working. It's not working. It's just not working for me. So I don't understand what has happened to the respect and loyalty in relationships. I don't care if there is a certain way to do things. If you really want to do them, there's a certain way you can do things, and still, it still would be disrespectful, but it won't be publicly disrespectful. I mean, the buck has to stop somewhere. So what I mean by that, if you're just dating someone and you don't really want to be in a committed relationship with that person, then I think it's best for you to let them know that, so they'll know that you're dating other people. And let's get this out there: dating doesn't mean that you're being physical with someone. It just means you kind of leaving your options open, and you're trying to see who's out there, what's out there, how you're compatible with this individual, whatever the case may be. Now, some people might think dating, they might take it to the level and say, okay, if I'm dating you, then I'm being physical with you. I don't care if it's two or three people. Then that's your business. I mean, I'm not judging in any aspect of that. You live your life the way you want to live it, but at least give that other person the heads up and say, look, you're not the only person that I'm seeing. You're not the only person that I'm dating. I am dating other people. I am seeing other people, and if you still want to date me, then fine, cool. We got the understanding. But don't lead a person on thinking that you're the only one they're seeing and you out there dropping it like it's hot for somebody else. Don't just don't do that. Just don't do that. Things tend to happen when people do stuff like that. people get hurt, then they become broken, and once a person has become broken, it is hard for them to put those pieces back together and try to start over new with someone else. They'll still have in the back of their mind what that other person did. And I think men, once you hurt them, their rebound is not as quick as our rebound. It takes them a long time to actually try to get back out there and try to see if they can even trust another person like they trust the other person they was with. I mean, their hurt goes deeper than ours. We can rebound really quickly when we can. We can say, well, you know what? All right, I'm gonna cry today, probably cry next week, probably cry next month, but after that, I'm straight. And the next person that come along, and they might have that little wall up, but if you do the right things, it'll start coming down slowly. But a man, oh, baby, you got to almost go to the moon and back for them to say, oh, okay, all right, she cool. It's been 10 years. I think she's straight now. I think I'll marry her now. It's ridiculous. But I don't know. I don't know what the dating scene is like. I mean, I've been in my little cubby hole for, a good little minute. So I don't even know what it's like to be out there and dating. I mean, when I mean by dating, I mean, I'm talking to this person, I'm talking to that person, I'm trying to see, who's on the right level with me. How do we mesh together? I'm talking about that. I haven't been in that situation in years. So, from what I'm seeing and what I'm observing from other people and their situations and um the situation that I have been, in is is slim pickings out there. It's hard. It's hard. You got even men my age that are still out there dipping and dabbing and going here and doing this and doing that. Like, why? Like, didn't you do that enough when you was in college and in your 20s and your 30s? You're damn near 50 and you still think that dipping and dipping and dipping is some cool shit? No. You don't want anything more than that. You don't want anything more solid, more thinking more of a future. Nigga, you about to die. You're half 100. And women too. I'm not gonna leave us out. You're half 100, and you still out here thinking, yeah, I'm finna get this one, I'm finna get that one. Still trying to be nickel slick. Stop. I'm just saying. Life is just too short. I want to be with someone who I can just grow with, do things with, have fun, enjoy life, be a partner with, share things with. There's things that I want to do in my life that, I don't want to bring my partner along with me. You know what I mean? So I don't understand what has happened to relationships. These broken women out here with all these insecurities, and men too. And people like, what has happened? They haven't healed from the last relationship they in. They try to jump into another one. Or they put this mask on and they wear it for as long they got that man hooked or that woman hooked. Then no sooner they got them hooked or they go down that aisle and they take that mask off. And you're wondering, who the hell did I marry? Who the heck? Who is this person? Huh? You didn't act like this before we got married. You was all in and all this, and now all of a sudden you just don't want to do shit no more. You just a totally, completely changed individual. It's all a mind game. It's all people like to manipulate these days. I don't know why. I guess I am just so I'm irritated. I'm really irritated about the shit I've been seeing and hearing and witnessing, and that video just took the cake for me. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what? I mean, maybe staying single is the best way to go these days. Maybe it's not worth the headache to be in a relationship. Maybe it's not worth the headache, to even be looking for someone to share your life with. Just be by yourself and be bothered when you want to be bothered, if you know what I mean. you know? So I don't know. That's always an option. I, I I don't even know where to go from here. I mean, um, it's sad to say, and I am all for black love. I think black love is beautiful when it's done correctly. I love black love, but I don't see no love anymore. It's just all about what I can get, what I want, what I can do for me. I was at a friend of mine's house one day, and it was another young lady there, or whatever. And she happened to say to me, she was like, "Man," she was like, "I need a man." I was like, "Man, maybe you don't need a man. You want a man. Maybe you don't need a man." And she was like, "No, I need a man because I need some help with these bills." I was like, "Oh, okay. That's, that's what it's come down to. I just need a man to help me pay these bills. That's what I need." I couldn't say anything after that. I'm like, "Oh." I was trying to help her out. Like, you got this. You a woman. You can take care of yourself. You might not need a man. You want one, but you don't need one. She said, she hurry up and correct. She said, "No, sweetheart, I need a man because I need help with these bills." Okay. I guess that's what it is in a nutshell. Can you pay my rent? Can you go half on this light bill? Can you give me some money for this? Can you give me some money from that? I'm just not born from that type of cloth, though. And it just might be my downfall. I might be too independent because sometimes men need to feel like they're needed. And if they come across a woman, like, "Well, I don't need you for anything, but if you want to do it, fine." But I really don't need you, you know. Hey, I got like, hey, 4 AAA batteries. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I really don't need you, but hey, I would want you to be there, but really don't need you. So when it's hard, you know, to actually, I don't know. I'm just not born from that type of cloth. I just can't have go to a man and just be like, "You know what? Can you do this?" Or "Can you pay for this for me? Can you pay for that for me?" Whatever. But now if a man wants to be like, "You know what? I want to do this for you. I want to do that for you," then that's fine. And plus you get the same in return from me. It's a two-way street, but I guess that's my, I don't know. I don't know what my issue is. Y'all help me. What is my issue? Somebody out there knows me enough to know what my issue is. I want to know what my issue is so I can fix it because I know I could be stubborn. That might be one thing, but I don't know. I just don't feel like I need a man. I want a man. Yes. Need is kind of strong. Need to me means like you can't do anything on your own. You can't be self-sufficient and independent because you need that other individual to make you whole in a sense, to make you be able to live your life. That's how I see when I say somebody needs somebody. I don't know, maybe I got the definition all wrong, but that's how I feel. So I don't know. I've always said that it would take a really strong kind of man to deal with me. Not that I'm difficult, but you know, I am a I'm a bit of a alpha female in a sense. So I'm gonna need a alpha male to really deal with me and say, "Girl, if you don't sit your ass down so well." I'm gonna need that because I know me. I know me. Um, so yeah, what has happened to relationships? What happened to the loyalty and the respect and the camaraderie and being in it together? You know, what happened to the Martin and Gina type relationship? What happened to that? What happened to stuff like that? That's like, man, what happened to the Love Jones movie type of relationship, the love and basketball type of relationship? What has happened to Black love. Help me figure it out, people. Let me know something. Help me. Because I don't know, I'm lost. So, before I go, I do want to say one thing. I don't know who all watched the debate last night, but as in the words of the lady from the State Farm commercial, it was hideous. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I have never seen two adults act so. I can't even say juvenile. I can't even put that on. I just can't even put that on a juvenile. I can't. I can't even say kindergarten. I can't even say that. They were so basic. I mean, there was nothing presidential about it at all. I mean, Biden pretty much went to the level of Trump. We all know how Trump is. I mean, we all know how he behaves, and he went to this Ivy League school, and you really can't tell that he did, but he went there, probably stepped foot on campus for a minute and then left, and his dad paid his way through. It'd have to be something like that because his English is horrible. I mean, he's not diplomatic in any type of way, not even presidential. I mean, he just has no decorum, nothing like that. He has no composure about himself. I mean, it was just horrible. It was really horrible. I mean, I have never seen such disorganization, and nobody was prepared. Neither one. I think Biden was a little bit prepared, but he got thrown off. He was a little unstable on some of the things. I mean, it was just horrible. It's. I mean, oh my goodness. I, I was paralyzed after I watched it. I kind of sat on my couch and had to decompress a little bit, take a couple of deep breaths, go into a Zen and yoga state of mind because I had to get that out of my head. It was bad. It was horrible, and yeah, it was bad. It was horrible. I can't salvage any good thing about it. I really can't. And some of the things that I just can't. I just can't. But it's not going to stop me from watching the next one though, because I got to see how they're going to recover from this. I really do. I mean, other countries are probably looking at us like, "I'm be crazy." That country has went to hell in a handbasket. Auction it off real quick. We'll buy it and turn it around. I mean, it's bad. It's it's. I'm getting a headache just thinking about it again. So let me get off of that. So thank you guys for tuning in to Sister Share. Thank all our supporters. We really appreciate you from the bottom of our heart. Even though this pandemic has separated me and my partner in crime for the last 6-7 months of this, but hopefully we'll be back together soon. We work better as a duo than we do separately. But yeah, it's been rough, but we're gonna get through it. We've been getting through it. We're gonna keep doing these little 25 minutes, 15-minute segments to just try to keep y'all in tune to what's going on in our lives and everything like that, and think about some topics that you want to discuss, and we'll be happy to discuss those topics. Nothing is too crazy or too, well, yeah, some things might be too crazy that we won't be able to discuss, but we'll try to do our best to work around that. But in any case, everybody stay healthy, stay safe, and see you next time. Peace. everybody.